Libras, it seems like you're on this new path, a new adventure, self-discovery, gaining more power and autonomy, but we want to focus that in a way that's conducive for you, where you're not burning out or chasing this impossible dream, all right? So that's what I really want you to focus on this Aries season, given that Libra and Aries are opposing signs on the zodiac wheel, where Aries is all about themselves in terms of wanting to experience life to the fullest and going after what they want, whereas Libra is about the connection, focusing on the us of what's best for both of us in this dynamic, in this relationship, in this partnership. This is kind of a theme that I feel like has been coming up a lot for Libras in these Tarotscopes month after month, is kind of recalibrating, focusing on themselves and their autonomy. And the channel downloads that I got were a little bit about that, but it's also not placing so much stress on yourself, Libras. I saw you literally running on a hamster wheel, and it was almost like a treadmill analogy where you're like, I just need to do an extra mile or an extra 400 meters or an extra whatever that may be, and then I'll be fit enough, or I'll reach this goal, or if I keep working harder and harder and harder, then I'll obtain this level of status or success. This is also a very obscure reference that I just thought of for all of you 90s babies out there. The cartoon Recess, when Spinelli is like literally trying to swing and like go over the railing because she thought that she saw Swinger Girl do that, and then she was going to reach this level of ascension and reach the other side by like getting herself all the way over, and then she couldn't do it. And then Spinner Girl came back and she's like, I was just on vacation, like I didn't go to the other side. And so I feel like some of you may be chasing this impossible dream or this impossible level of beauty or ascension or whatever you think, and you're just like, if I just keep working a little bit harder, if I keep doing this, then I'll be good to go, or then I'll have made it. It's like you can just step off the treadmill, the hamster wheel, and know that you're doing just fine, okay? The other energy, which is a lot more pleasurable, was like having a foot bath or getting a pedicure. It's like, I think some of you are like literally might be working out a lot or have been pounding the pavement and your feet are tired. They want some extra love and attention. So whether that is getting them pampered or some nice shoes or whatever that is. I feel like I say that a lot of times for Libras. I'm like, get nice shoes. But I think this is more like actually tending to the feet themselves and moving energy around there, doing some energy work, or just focusing on that part of your body because you've been going really hard for a long time. And there's potential for burnout or even injury if we don't tend to that right now. The last channel download was a manicure, but your nails being very fierce and red and kind of like pointed. And this notion of grabbing what you want or going after what you want and not apologizing for it. Remember, red is the root chakra, new foundation, stability, safety. And so you're not playing small anymore. You're not trying to placate or being like, oh, like, what do you want? Are you okay with that? If it's something that you want, if it's a relationship that you want to explore, take it. Like, this is your opportunity. Like, don't steal. But literally, it's like you want to embrace that kind of cardinal fire energy that Aries brings of just do it, just go after what you want. It doesn't have to be that hard, or you don't have to work as hard as you think you might have to. Just take it day by day and live in that moment. And it's almost like with the foot channel that I got of like calming down, bringing more focus to that, you're going to be able to walk or move more purposefully to just take those aligned opportunities or those energies or those experiences, okay? Great. The cards that came through, Libras, we have the Chariot with the Nine of Swords, and then we have the Seven of Wands. I think that some of you are going and going and going and expanding or wanting to move forward out of the fear of what staying put or of not achieving what you're wanting may represent. Another manifestation, I think for some of you, it's like, you know, you're about to be moving, whether it's changing levels, moving cities, traveling, and that might be causing some anxiety. And you're like, oh, like, I don't know if I'm ready, or I don't know if I have everything lined up, or just this energy of you feel like you're being called higher. And that would make sense in terms of like on that hamster wheel or feeling like you need to keep up this current status or level or work ethic. And that really is the Seven of Wands. Like, I need to keep fighting. I need to make sure that I prove myself, or that I'm worthy enough, or that I'm beautiful enough, or whatever that thought is in your head, where it's like, you could just enjoy the ride. You could literally just know that your talent, your work ethic, your beauty, everything stands alone. It stands for itself. And get out of your head of feeling like you have to prove yourself or always perform. And this can also be be very careful of projections from other people. And that is something that the Seven of Wands can represent, of like other people and these kind of like smaller wands getting in your way. Like, what about this? What about that? Are you sure? Do you think you're ready? Do you have enough money? And that causing anxiety of allowing other people in your life. And that maybe again, forcing you being like, oh, I'm not good enough. I need to work harder. I need to go faster. Be very mindful of the energy that you're taking on, because this next layer is already happening. Like, I feel like Chariot for me is that ultimate, everything's working out in your favor. Everything's progressing as it should. You can either enjoy the ride or anticipate turbulence and almost feel like you're gripping the seats of your, gripping the handles of the seat there in the plane. It's like, there's no turbulence. You just think that there may be a bumpy ride. You can just kind of enjoy it, get called up to first class and enjoy that glass of champagne. So be aware of what thoughts and what energies you're taking on from other people are affecting this next journey that you're taking. If you maybe you know intuitively that you need a trip or that you need to slow down because you're on the verge of burnout. Also, I kind of feel like breaking out. Like if you feel like you're so stressed and your skin is literally breaking out, that can also be a sign to slow down or maybe pamper yourself or release some energy as well. So pay attention to that, because that just kind of came through. But yeah, if you feel like you want to go on a trip or you're just wanting to move and like get away from your current environment that may be causing some stress or some anxiety, take the trip. You never know who you're going to meet there, or where there might be opportunity for you just to stand in your own power and see how that's being reflected. I often find, at least personally when I travel, you get to have this beautiful matrix and this new energy to play with, to see all the hard work that you've done, how that's manifesting or how that's reacting from an environment, from people that you most likely haven't met before or that you're not comfortable in. So it pushes you and you really get to see, it's like, oh yeah, like everything that I've been doing is manifesting, or it's being reflected back to me. So when you go back to your home city and your relationships, you can stand firm in everything that you've been doing, knowing that it's translating very well. And oftentimes when you have that intuitive nudge to go to a certain city, it's because there are certain energy codes or light codes or people that we're meant to connect with, either way, for us to benefit them or them to benefit us, or vice versa, or both, I should say, so that we are ready to take on this new level with confidence. So that also is coming through with the Chariots. Like some of you need to travel and some of you need to get away from your current environment to maybe step outside of certain stressors so that you can experience what it is you're wanting to claim. So when you come back, you're gonna have a fresh field and perspective. So that's one little bit of homework or things that you can channel into, of like, what trip do I want to take? And maybe you don't take that trip during Aries season, but you're looking ahead to Taurus season or Gemini season. Like, I need a trip to get away and see how my energy is being translated in a different space. Yes, very that. I'm also kind of seeing dancing. It's like that sacral is just like, oh, like I just want to move, I just want to play. So if that's something that you enjoy doing but have been putting off, definitely. Or maybe going to like a music festival or a concert or somewhere, of like linking that in with the travel. Like I just want to dance, I just want to play and create and have fun in that space of not needing to move in terms of like working out, but just moving for pleasure and having fun. Even kind of like wearing orange or like being around that kind of sacral energy, or eating more foods that have orange in them, could help to channel that sacral chakra currently, so that you're just attracting more opportunities to strengthen that part of your body. 2 more cards, please, for Libras. 2 more cards. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. The Fool with the Strength. There's clearly another path that needs to be taken. I think it's interesting that we're just talking about travel and a trip, and the Fool very much signifies a new chapter, endless possibilities, and for you just to own it and be confident in that. I think also maybe some of you want to like pursue a Leo, or even just pursuing happiness. It's like, I just want to do things that I can just enjoy. And this is kind of coming through a lot with the readings that I'm doing for this Aries season for different signs that I've already read for, it's like this joy and this happiness of just embracing that. This is going to be enough for me right now. And I can just honor all the work that I'm doing, but I can also go out and travel and have fun and being around these amazing people. And that's equally as important right now for me to get a fresher perspective, or for me to be in connection with these higher forms, with these more powerful or engaging or just happy people. And that strength can even just be what we were talking about before, Libras, of you honoring your strength and your power and really seeing how far you've grown by taking that trip or stepping forth into this new chapter that you know is aligned for you. And that could also mean leaving certain people behind. I think that's where this is coming through. It's like if you're feeling like you're meant to leave a career or a job or a relationship, you're like, this isn't serving me anymore. I feel like I've worked so hard, I put in my dues, but this isn't feeling good, or this isn't bringing joy anymore. I'm meant to take this next chapter to be around other people or to honor my own inner autonomy and strength. And this is what feels good, because that travel, that forward movement is imminent. And so we can either be stressed out about it or let other people try and dictate and to control that decision, or honor it and know that this next layer of expansion is coming. And even for some of you too, it may not mean physical travel, but you're moving forward in your business or in a decision that you want to make, or even in a relationship where it's like, I want to honor this new level of our relationship and we want to go have some fun. Remember, strength is like endless possibilities. Also, this can be a nice connection too if some of you are maybe wanting to adopt or have a pet, like a dog or a cat, or just being around animals. You're like, I just want to take a trip to be around nature and to be around beautiful creatures and animals and connecting with that. I often find that when that comes in client readings, a lot of times it's like, let's connect in with animals and our pets and seeing what that brings through. Even just in terms of pets being so loving and full of unconditional love, most times, of course, where it's just like, I just want to be around that kind of energy for a while and just channel in with that form of love and joy. So Libras, that is your general reading for this Aries season. If this reading resonated and you want to say thank you, all contributions to support this content creation are always appreciated. You can find the link to our PayPal in the link in our bio. Currently, our books are closed for one-on-one readings. However, they will be opening in April. So stay tuned for that announcement. And please feel free to tag or share this reading with a fellow Libra that could benefit from this message, okay? Thank you all for watching. Have a fabulous Aries season, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.